Hey fellas, how you doing? I got a call about an hour ago, about 2:30. I'm supposed to be there at 2:30, and the class starts at about 3 o'clock. I've been asked to help teach a self-defense class to a small group of ladies at a church gymnasium. And the reason for the last-minute rush is because I guess two of their parishioners um, were assaulted and robbed in downtown central El Paso. Let me show you. There's the Scottish flags, of course, Old Glory, and I'll take you in the house. Anyways, this isn't a video to chastise or give women a hard time, but some of the things many women don't really understand is they need an advantage in order to survive a violent encounter. Now, most women have a delusion in regards to, God, look at the nopales are getting crushed here. They're getting folded in half. Anyways, it's the pool. Beautiful blue skies, the sun's up, palm trees. I'll show you out here. It's supposed to get up to 60 today, and I think the low's in the teens. And again, I'm not chiding or admonishing. That is Nala. If she'll let me touch her. Comes out like, touch me, and you go to touch her and she runs away. But anyways, there are people, I think it's so hard nowadays for women to actually believe that there are people out there, including women, that are down here. They call them cholos and cholas, people who aren't necessarily decent human beings, and some of that be a bad guy. Rather than get a job and work hard and do what it takes to be successful, they take the easy way out. I'm going to sit over here and use the natural sunlight. I don't know, but the cats seem to be very interested in anything I'm doing today. Take you over here by the chessboard. One of the things that how they target women is a lot of it's a target of opportunity. They see you by yourself as a woman, and I'll use my mother-in-law as an example. My mother-in-law is barely 5 foot tall, not even 100 pounds, maybe you're in the 90s on a good day. If she's wet, with wet clothes on and rocks in her pockets, maybe 90, 95 pounds. But, and I worry about her a lot. One of the things they do is women have a tendency to have a purse that has a strap on it, and it goes around their shoulder, and their natural reaction is to clutch at it if somebody's trying to take it to. What happens is the person that's grabbing for the purse will either grab the purse plus your shirt, and then they'll turn away from you and spin you down to the ground, so you're not only disorientated, but the impact. And women don't practice falling because they just don't think. These are things that everybody thinks happens to other people, or because a woman put herself in that type of, that is my shadow, put herself in that type of environment, so maybe she shouldn't have been there. That's not fair to that individual, and we're supposed to have the freedom of movement. The only thing I highly encourage women to carry, things more than one. There's a way to hold your keys where the keys stick out between the fingers, and you borrow them up and you scratch and you punch that person or scratch them, or however you use your keys. If you don't have that, I hope you buy two, and a minimum two bear sprays or self-defense sprays, however you want to say. You can buy them on Amazon. No, I'm not going to list them because I'm not selling anything. One of those sprays is for you to practice with, taking it off a safe, pressing down, figuring out how hard you have to press down, because you don't want to be, you can't call timeout in a fight or when someone's trying to rob you, okay? And with these sprays, you should be preemptive. Say that again. Preemptive with these sprays. The other thing I'm going to tell you to do is get a fixed blade knife, ladies. And the last one I'm going to talk to you about is to carry a Derringer. And I'm going to show you what I do. My wife refuses, and my mother-in-law refuses to use a gun. So what I end up having them, trying to get them to use, is a Derringer. They have between 1 to 5 shots with the Derringer. Derringer will fit inside your purse. And ladies, you are highly encouraged to carry a gun. They have constitutional carry, and they're getting ready to make that statewide. Especially if you live in Texas, you can constitutionally carry a concealed weapon. This is a 9mm 2-shot Derringer. Push this slide down here. It opens up on the bottom. There are the 2 bullets. There's a slide here on the handle. You pop the bullets up and out, or you can load them and unload them. Again, you pull the barrel over like this. This is the locking. So now it's locked. Double click the hammer, pull the trigger, and shoot the individual. The one that's my EDC carry is a 5-shot North American Arms. It's a Widow or Black. I don't think it's a Black Widow, but it's a Widow. North American Arms. It's not that expensive. It carries, you pull down, do this, pull out. It carries 5 shots. It is a 22 long. It's not hard to use, and having 5 shots is, in my opinion, a little bit better than having 2 shots. It's not hard to use. Let me set it down so I don't lose my point. The other thing, ladies, is there's 2 types of knives you can carry with you. Just like that. Should have a very pointy blade, pointy tip on it. You're not skinning an animal, you're stabbing a human being. Where you want to try to stab the individual is here, anywhere around the neck. And you want to keep the knife fixed, held like this, in your thumb, with your thumb over the top like this, and it goes in front of you. This hand, your non-dominant hand, goes up near your neck to protect your face and neck. You can sustain lots of wounds to your hands, your arms, and the rest of your torso. You cannot afford to take a wound to any part of your neck because the possibility of hitting a carotid artery. If you're going to, and you should just, however you use it on the person, poke them, stab them. If they try to reach for you, cut at their hand. And that's something that you should practice. All of these things you should practice at least, at a minimum, ladies, once a month. The knife, there's another way to hold the knife, which is upside down. Your hand goes across here. This goes across the top of the pommel of the knife so that if you stab at something, your hand doesn't slip down and cut your fingers wide open. So this goes over the top. Again, it comes out into the front, comes across, up and down, and you can stab a person all over the place with it. Especially where I live, due to our current president making all the cartels in Mexico FTOs, foreign terrorist organizations. If and when we start going after the cartels, they're not going to sit there and take it. And if you live on the border, you had better be ready to protect yourself. All right? Again, here's a pistol. Whichever hand it goes in, it's non-dominant. These are usually click, click. Now let me take the bullets out and I'll show you how to click, click, and fire it. So it comes back around counterclockwise. Turn it over. There's the slot. Pick it up. These are 2 9mm rounds. Now, of course, the weapon is physically empty. I have the 2 rounds in my hand. I set the 2 rounds down. Now I'm going to show you. Spin it back around. Now we're going to lock it. Okay, this is a double action. Click, you hear click, and one more. Now it's ready to fire. So you pull it back, point it at the individual, look, leave me alone, don't bother me, da 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 da. And the other thing is, you cannot hesitate. If that person keeps coming after you, you're not even, in my opinion, you're not even required to tell them to stop. You just put your hand on it, get it out, click it, point it at the individual. Hopefully you know how to grip it. Hand comes underneath, over the other hand like this. Just grip it, point it at the individual. And it's usually, these can also be referred to as a belly gun. This person is going to be closing the distance with you. Hopefully just center mass and fire. Click it again and it fires the second shot, okay? This isn't rocket science, but it's something you need to practice. You need to practice wherever you're going to carry one of these, or carry one of these. You need to practice pulling it out of either your purse, out of your pocket, out of your waistband, wherever that. And you need to practice sometimes with gloves on. You need to practice being distracted and somebody coming up on you. And how you do, you can fire under your armpit. You can use your body as a shield and fire that way. There's just a lot of things in different scenarios, but you have to practice. Again, you cannot call timeout in real life. Now, that'll probably be the title of this video. And again, the sprays, the bear spray or the self-defense spray or any of that other stuff would have to be locked, ready to go. Anyways, that would have to be something you buy one to practice with, and you should practice at least once in a month. Scrambling around, where you check before you go. I have my keys. I know where the car is. It's in a garage because it's a safer location than leaving it out with somebody. Maybe you always look in the back seat. I know it sounds ridiculous, but these are good habits. You come back out of Walmart or one of these other stores, I want you to take a quick look in there. And also I want you to look around. Look around to see if anybody's watching you. If someone makes eye contact with you, you need to remember that person's face. Just click them in. You don't have to evil eye them or stare at them or flip them off or anything like that. Then you make sure you get into your car and you lock the doors. You don't put the key in the ignition. You get into the car and you lock the doors first, okay? When you stop at a stoplight, ladies, you need to give yourself at least 10 to 15 feet between the front of your car and the back bumper of the other car. That'll give you the ability to turn the car without hitting the car to get away. Okay? Those are just real simple things. And unfortunately, in our lifetimes, at a minimum, every human being, at least in the United States, you're going to have 4 violent encounters. And if you don't believe me, ladies, if you think a thug or bad guy, bad woman, bad guy wants to pick on somebody my size at 6'2", almost 260 pounds, stay in shape. I know how to use a gun, and in fact, I carry them wherever I can. You think they want to pick on me or they want to pick on you? Or especially if they want to pick on your mother or one of your older aunts or tias that can't really defend themselves. I think it would be much, I'm just worried, and I'll go and give the class. I'll sit down and talk to the ladies, but I will tell you this. At least 80% of my student clients that were women, at least 80% of them started coming to learn about self-defense only after they were involved in a violent encounter that they didn't know what to do, and they just got either, I don't want to get into what can happen to a woman, but it can be very bad all the way up to losing your life. Give them the purse. And if you want to fight back, distance. You have far away, medium, and close weapons. If they're close to you on top of you, just give it away and walk away. I'll also talk to them about having bad dreams. Anyways, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but once they named the Mexican cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, that means we are going to go after them whether or not we get support from the Mexican government. Okay? Therefore, you need to be able to protect yourself. At a minimum now in El Paso, Texas, if they have more than 1 or 2 emergency calls, it's going to take them at least 8 to 15 minutes to get to you. That's a lifetime when you're fighting for your life. Okay? Love you guys and gals. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you have to be able to take care of yourselves. You can't snap your fingers and have a police officer there. I know there's a lot of ladies out there who are on their own. And ma'am, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Get the sprays. You can carry them anywhere. You don't need to tell anybody how to do that, but please buy 2. One you're going to practice with. You're going to turn it on. Make sure you're upwind of when you squirt it. I've seen a few of them. The wind's blowing right in their face and they squirt it and the spray goes zoop, and hits them right in the face. 2 of them. And you should probably rotate them out. If you get a chance after a year of that, or just you have to make sure that it's a tool and it has to be, you have to practice with it and you have to make sure it's maintained properly. I clean these guns, the 5-shot here. That's how a good sight picture, you can see through the back of it. It has 3 dots, 2 white dots at the back, and then 1 white dot at the front. You line those 3 up in a picture like that, and that should put you directly on target. I've seen it happen. I've seen the results of it, and I'm getting ready today at 3 o'clock to see the more results of it. And being able to fight back gives you a sense of confidence. Not a false sense of security, but a sense of confidence. I have no idea. Normal behavior out of a cat. Okay. I mean, she like sleeps on my chest. She's always anyways, doesn't matter. Love you guys and gals. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you have to take care of yourselves. You cannot call timeout in real life. Like a fort in a G-string, from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.